Hello everyone, Heartbakes here, and welcome to episode 2 of Fantasy Fights, a show where I take a look at versus match or debate between two characters, to research on both characters, and find out who will win based on the research. And today's fight, everyone's going to be a little bit of a sample of a future segment I have in store for you guys. Everyone, today's fight's going to be a Marvel versus DC fight. And everyone, before I get into today's fight, I want to give you guys a little future heads up. Starring around section or season 3 of Fantasy Fights, whichever one of those two stages you guys would prefer, I will be starting doing section or seasons with a certain theme to them. For example, section 3 is going to be filled with nothing but Marvel versus DC fights. I'll explain in a later date how I'm going to do it season themed or section themed fights, but for now, let's get into today's fight. Today's fight will be featuring the powerhouse of the Teen Titans, Cyborg, doing one-on-one with the Armored Avenger, Iron Man. For which incarnation of Cyborg I'll be using the most well-known version of Cyborg, Victor Stone. And for which Iron Man arm, as for Iron Man, I'll be using the standard Iron Man arm for this fight. The order will be decided for the 5 categories: strength, speed, durability, energy/stamina, skill/techniques. So without further ado, let's begin the fight. First category is the strength category. Before I begin this category one, I just want to say that I will not be measuring Cyborg and Iron Man's strength powers. I only did that in my last episode, so whether or not to find out whether the DBZ fans were right, whenever they brought the argument, go have a great strength power that Superman. Now they got out of the way, let's begin. Well, I was looking up information, and in terms for Cyborg and Iron Man in terms of lady strength, it was kind of tricky, and the certain limits varied, so I had to come up with my own limit scale for them from the information that I looked up on the websites. For Cyborg, he can lift up to 15 to 40 tons, while as for Iron Man, he can lift up to 28 to 150 tons. So the strength category goes to Iron Man for lifting more weight than Cyborg. The same category is speed. While I was looking up for Cyborg's speed, I wasn't given a specific miles per hour Cyborg could go. However, I was given a certain feat of speed performed by Cyborg. Cyborg has these aids called jump jets that allows him to jump entire states. Jump is rather impressive. However, Iron Man, for him, I was able to come up with a certain miles per hour for him. One of the websites I was looking up for this fight, the website saying that Iron Man could go up to Mach 10 to Mach 25 speeds in his standard armor. After that, I managed to find another website that calculated Mach speed into miles per hour. I typed in Mach 10 and Mach 25 speeds to find out that Iron Man's maximum speeds are about 7,606 miles per hour, range from 6,606 miles per hour to 19,014 miles per hour. So overall, even though Cyborg can run and jump an impressive amount of distance, Iron Man wins the speed category for his ability to fly, and we're going at speeds that Cyborg will probably have a struggle to keep up with. Third category is durability. When I looked up information for this category, I wasn't given a specific number of punishment that Cyborg and Iron Man can handle. However, I was given examples of what their bodies can handle. For Cyborg, his body can handle physical and energy-based attacks and can survive the deepest parts of the ocean. Iron Man, his standard armors can withstand the explosion of a nuclear bomb. So, for my knowledge of both characters, I'll admit Cyborg is pretty durable, but I'll give this category to Iron Man because, just think about it. What would kill a person faster? A person drowning in the ocean or a person getting hit by a nuclear bomb? Of course, the answer to that question would be a person getting hit with a nuclear bomb. Again, Cyborg is durable, but I don't know if he can handle a nuclear bomb like Iron Man can. The fourth category is energy/stamina. Both Cyborg and Iron Man have shown that they can fight for long periods of time, and they can shoot energy beams out of their arms and hands. However, I'll give this category to Cyborg for 2 reasons. One, Cyborg can adjust his body, as shown in the past, he can adjust his body to produce enough energy to wipe out entirely, or at least most of the entire army, as shown in the original Teen Titans animated show. And 2, While Cyborg does have a battery just like Iron Man's suits, Cyborg only needs to recharge his battery once a year, which is also stated in the original Teen Titans animated show. Well, Iron Man, on the other hand, needs to recharge his battery after every fight if he uses too much of his suit's energy during the fight. So that being said, energy/stamina goes to Cyborg. The fifth final category is skill/techniques. Now, both Cyborg and Iron Man have shown that they have similar powers and abilities. Cyborg can't fly, but other than that, they're pretty similar. Both have very high intelligence, super strength, speed, durability. Both can shoot energy beams, and both of them can do all sorts of things with technology. However, Cyborg has a slightly larger variety of abilities than Iron Man. In addition to his Orioles abilities, Cyborg also has to teleport, and he has direct access to every satellite and computer in his incarnation of Earth in the DC universe. In Cyborg, he also has slightly more combat experience than Iron Man. While Iron Man has trained with the other members of the Avengers, Cyborg has received training from members of the Teen Titans in the Justice League. So that being said, skills/techniques go to Cyborg. Time for the final results. Everyone, before beginning research for this fight, was not expecting this fight to be so close. By the end, only one can win. After tallying up the score, Iron Man won 3 out of the 5 categories, while Cyborg won 2 out of the 5 categories. So the overall winner of this fight would be Iron Man. While Cyborg would put up a pretty good fight with Iron Man, the main reasons Iron Man would win because he's stronger, faster, and more durable than Cyborg. Cyborg, although does have more energy, more powers and abilities, and more combat experience than Iron Man is taking on beings more powerful than Cyborg, such as Thor and the Hulk. Not to mention, Iron Man is one of the smartest beings in the Marvel Universe. He'll probably develop some sort of strategy against Cyborg as the fight will continue. This is based on my research and opinion, everyone. Let me know in the comments below who you think will win between Cyborg and Iron Man. Results of the fan poll will be revealed in a future episode. Speaking of which, on the next episode of Fantasy Fights, it's going to be a battle between 2 villains from video games' most popular series. It's going to be Fawful from the Mario and Luigi series taking on Dimencio from Super Paper Mario. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Fantasy Fights. If you have any ideas for Fantasy Fights you want me to do, just leave it down in the comments below. Till next time, this is Hard Bakes, signing out.